What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Nick. You can also call me Tattoo Ninja, and today I have something really special for you guys. This is going to be some Destiny gameplay, but it's actually going to be some footage from the upcoming DLC, The Dark Below, which is releasing on Tuesday. I was fortunate enough that Bungie actually invited me to the PlayStation Experience to check out the DLC a little bit early, record some footage, and allowed me to post it early for you guys. So it was very nice of them. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of segment these videos into specific themes. The first video probably will be like talking about the DLC as a whole, and then the next video probably be talking about the PlayStation Experience, and then the following 3 or 4 videos I'll talk about what I did in Vegas while I was there, just for kicks. But anyways, this is the first video, so we'll talk about the DLC as a whole. So I actually got teamed up with a fire team of other YouTubers. I actually did not grab their names. They kind of corralled us into the playing area, which was right on the show floor, so everything was crazy hectic. There were people all around us, and it was really loud. If you guys have ever been to a convention, a gaming convention, or any other convention in general, you know that they're really loud. So we got to jump on some pre-made characters. Unfortunately, I did not get to use my own characters, but it is what it is. It would have taken too long to import our own characters into the game. So these are pre-made characters that were ready for us to go. We got some cool weapons, and we will drop right into Mars, and the narrator will give us a general gist of what the strike is all about.
The Black Garden may not stay among us for long. Something has begun to repair the schism torn by its destruction. Vex now flood the garden channels to protect it. We must stop the Weavers before they seal the garden and begin to summon back its heart.
I like this place better when it's dead.
Alright, so this is the pre-made Warlock that was available. I made sure that I ran directly to the PlayStation that had the Warlock available because that's my guy. And I changed the button layout to Puppeteer, which is basically the exact same thing as Tactical. And then I bumped up the sensitivity to 7. I normally play on an 8 just because I like to blink strike in PvP, the multiplayer matchmaking. I like to blink strike then shotgun, but since I wasn't going to be doing that, shotguns aren't really useful in the PvE element of the game, so I thought that 7 would probably do me just fine. And you'll notice this weapon that I'm using right now, this is one of the new weapons available in the game. It is actually an exotic sniper rifle that functions as a primary. It has a really high DPS, but as you can see right there, it's a bolt action, so therefore you have to give it a little bit of a cock every single time you shoot it. And it's actually, it wasn't fully maxed out yet. It was actually a very fresh weapon, meaning that it didn't, I had to die right here because I'm a noob and let a Minotaur blast me from behind. But it wasn't upgraded at all, so I wasn't one-shotting as many enemies as I think I should have, especially if it was fully upgraded. So I think this gun is going to be very beastly once you get some experience into it, put some material, get it all the way to its damage. I think its max damage was 333. And what you notice is a little bit later I will bring up my character menu, and if you see an item or a bounty or anything where there is a Roman numeral 1 in the top right hand corner of it, that means that it is an item or bounty exclusive to the DLC, and that's basically all that it means. So yeah. Anyways, so this is one of the 2 exotics that was available to me. I was also using this fusion rifle a lot just because sniper rifles are really good if you wanted to stay long range, but I wanted to make sure that I kept the gameplay kind of fast moving, not slow paced for you guys, just to keep it somewhat entertaining. And this is another DLC weapon. It's part of the Vanguard class. of weapons, which is part of the Vanguards. If you play the game, you know there's Crucibles and then there's the Vanguards. Anyway, so this one actually is not the coolest one that I saw. On some of the other PlayStations, there was actually a Hive fusion rifle, and what was cool about it is that you could carry 2 elements and you can swap freely between them. So it had the option to both do damage with solar and arc, which is really useful because a lot of the enemies, when you get to higher levels, they all have shields, and if you're not using the specific element, it takes a lot longer to deal damage to them. So having that specific element is really useful, and having a weapon that can do either or is basically it's awesome. I'm just thinking how useful it would be in a raid situation and scenario, how useful that would be, and I'm just, yeah, I want it now. I want it now. Also, they also announced the PlayStation exclusive shotgun. I didn't get a chance to play with it, but it looks absolutely badass. It's called the Fourth Horseman. It's a 4-barrel shotgun, which I want. I want it now. But anyways, so like I was saying, I have 2 exotic weapons available to me. This sniper rifle, and then I also have an exotic rocket launcher, which you probably have seen if you've seen any of the trailers for this game. I think I equip it right now, actually. It is called Dragon's Breath, which pretty suiting name. And then I was able to swap over to a hand cannon, which is really useful. The Fatebringer from the Multi-Glass Raid is one of my favorite weapons to use, but unfortunately this one only does, it only has a 5-round, it's not a magazine, but it can only hold 5 rounds at a time. So overall, the DLC was really fun. From what I played, I got to check out the strike, and then I got to play some of the multiplayer against other YouTubers. Did not get a chance to play on any of the story missions, which was kind of disappointing, but at the same time I kind of was actually relieved as well, because I could save it for my playthrough for you guys on my own personal characters when I play the DLC with my regular gear and loadouts, just so I can kind of show you some of the stuff that I have amassed along the way during my many hours playing Destiny. I know this game is very polarizing. A lot of people love it, a lot of people hate it, a lot of people have mixed feelings, but personally I enjoy it a lot. It's a game that I like to play if I'm not making other videos for you guys. It's just a nice change of pace of doing my daily bounties and my daily strikes and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I still personally like playing Destiny. I must, if I have 3 level 30s all souped up in raid gear. And overall, my impressions of the DLC were, from what I've seen before, it's nothing. I didn't see anything extraordinarily new in it. Oh, what I should do is I should be upfront with you guys of what the deal was basically with Bungie. So basically, they paid for my plane ticket and my hotel for 2 days, and that's basically it. And maybe a couple beers at the event as well, and that's basically it. I was able to capture what I wanted and show what I want and basically save what I want. So that's pretty much the deal in its entirety. I actually came out to Las Vegas a couple days earlier than the actual event. Got my own hotel. Tara came along with me, and we kind of turned our trip into a little bit of a mini vacation, just because it's Vegas and there's a lot of stuff to do. These precursor Minotaurs, at this point, in my entire inventory, I did not have a void weapon, which would have been invaluable right here to tear down their shields, because they all, once you get to higher levels of enemies, they usually carry some sort of elemental shield, and the only weapons in my arsenal were either arc and solar. So when you're dealing with a large group of enemies that have shields, and it seemed like in this particular case, they're really dropping heavy ammo sparingly, so yeah. arc weapon would have, sorry, a void weapon would have been really, really handy here. But yeah, so basically we're still ascending the staircase right here. The main premise of this part of the DLC and this strike is that if you want the story, it's that the Black Heart, the final mission of the game from the campaign, is being kind of resurrected by the Vex. So we basically have to make sure that we don't let that happen. And the final boss is one gigantic Hydra. Kind of like this guy, but he has like some sort of crazy shield that's really annoying to shoot through or shoot around. So yeah, overall, that's pretty much going to be it for the first video. I talked about what I thought of the DLC. In the next episode, I'll talk about overall what I thought of the PlayStation experience as a whole, because I was on the show floor for a long time. Got to play a lot of sweet games. I'll let you guys know what the highlights are, and we'll have some nice Destiny footage in the background for you guys to watch. So yeah, that'll be it for the first video, and then hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you enjoyed and you want to see more fairly quickly, let me know by dropping a quick rating. Let me know if you guys have any questions about the DLC in the comment box, any questions about Destiny in general. I'll try to answer the best I can, and if you guys want to know anything about the event as a whole, I'll let you guys know as well. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and as always, have a fantastic day.